Okay. This is basically what, the fourth time now? Anyway. Alright. I'm just gonna keep losing viewers, I guess, this stream. Cause this is what, the fourth time it's gone live? Oh boy, yup, that's what I'm pretty much gonna have to do after this. Man. Thank you two for knowing and figuring it out pretty quick and jumping to the right stream. When the other streams end, I know that basically you can't still talk in live chat, so I can't just tell everyone to come back over here. But hey, what are friends for? Oh boy. Ugh. Okay, I think for now my plan is going to be to just continue on with the debut, and then I'll string the VODs together at the end and post that, because this has been an absolute mess. That's not a bad idea. Let me get the current stream link. Alright, that is posted, so go ahead and retweet that, and let's get some more visibility. Yup, yeah, Jim, this is really a fun game of whack-a-mole, is what this is. I wish there was an easy way for, if you get disconnected in the middle of a stream, to live stream on that same stream instead of the video just ending. But also, I mean, it's not like any streaming software is, you know, expecting the user to have internet issues. Alright, back to me. Alright, I myself very much enjoy the femboy aesthetic. Absolutely love pastel colors, pronouns he, him, please. I'm a bit more high energy of the two of us. I really like to make puns, joke around, and prank when I can. And I know Cass said that she was interested in playing The Witness. I was actually the one who suggested that to her, purely for my twisted ways of wanting to mess with viewers and our audience. Oh man, but anyway, so while Cass is really great at giving an entertaining live stream for more commonly back games, I generally tend to excel at games that require a bit more dexterity, one of my favorite games being Celeste. Cass mentioned that she'll be mostly streaming Stardew Valley to start us off. I'll be mostly streaming Hollow Knight to start us off, which is another game on both of our lists that neither of us have played before that we've been wanting to. So, that'll be exciting. Very much looking forward to that. So Cass kind of likes surreal films. She more likes kind of artsy stuff with like good in-depth soundtracks. I'm definitely more into like surreal fantasy kind of stuff. Brazil's one of my absolute favorite movies. There's absolutely no way to describe it. Avatar is another favorite movie of mine. Yes, James Cameron's. Yes, I saw it in theaters, like, release weekend in 3D. Shut up. It was a good movie, okay? The soundtrack still holds up. The visual effects, they still pretty much hold up, right? Like, as much as everyone likes to shit on the movie, it's still... As much of an infamous meme status that the movie has, it still holds up today, I think. Everything but the story. Obviously, the story is, you know, every other movie story, even going back to before movies were a thing. And then I also really much enjoy V for Vendetta. Both Cass and I tend to sort of avoid super visceral, gory stuff. But I make an exception for V for Vendetta, purely because of how incredible the movie is. Oh my gosh, just... what a great speech. I almost wanted to start the stream off giving that speech, but once Cass had the idea of the whole unregistered hypercam thing, I had to go with that. That was just so much better. Now, in terms of music, while Cass absolutely loves movie and video game soundtracks, I myself am a huge fan of musicals. Oh my gosh, there's so many musicals I could probably sing start to finish, memorized. Granted, I'd probably only sing the parts that are actually in my range. I probably couldn't pull off say, Dead Mom from Beetlejuice, but I could definitely pull off, say, any song from Hamilton, because everyone has the same voice, except for like 2 people. It's a good musical, don't get me wrong. I'm not shitting on Hamilton. You're kinda shitting on Hamilton? Okay, I'm not intentionally shitting on Hamilton. Sure. Theater Kid Lux fucking confirmed. Oh my god. Oh man. Whoops, lost tracking there for a second. I was so intent to confirm that. Anyway, but yeah, no, Beetlejuice, Hadestown, and Spring Awakening. Definitely 3 of my favorite musicals. Partly because all my favorite songs in those I can hit pretty well with the range. Oh my gosh. I can do a pretty mean Beetlejuice, let me tells ya. I would love to do karaoke streams, but I would need a lot more practice to kind of get back in the swing of things, 'cause I haven't done much singing for a while. And now, the most important part you need to know about me, my favorite food. Now, there was much deliberation in deciding what to put here. But after a long debate with myself, I decided to put popsicles. I absolutely love cold food, for 1, and for 2, I love fruity things. I guess it's just me. But yeah, no, popsicles are pretty fantastic. Alright, let's pass it back to you, Cass, while we talk a little bit more about what we want to do. Alrighty, let's get back to business. Alright, so this is sort of, just kind of like small scale dreams, things we'd like to do. We'd really love to be the kind of streamer that is super interactive with their fan base, both during streams and between streams. During streams, we love to super interact with the chat. Because we're a small streamer, it'll be super easy to do that, and we look forwards to doing that. And between streams, we like to be super active on Twitter. If you haven't followed us, I highly recommend doing so. We make some great content. We even go to the lengths of doing some custom images, and we'd like to do some custom videos too, just for single Twitter posts. We'll make our own memes. Some of my favorites we've done are the Rem and Rom pose from ReZero. We did the Homer and Bart choking from The Simpsons, and then we did if we wore pants as a meme. That was pretty good. That was top tier. That was top tier. I'll give you that. I'll give us that one. That was really good. Anyway, so yeah, like we said, we want to be super active on Twitter. We always want to be able to respond to anyone who wants to talk to us. Our DMs are always open. I think that's like one of the things we mention quite a bit. If not, we'll be sure to mention that more. How do I cancel a viewer? Or, tweams? Tweams? What is a tweem? I mean, okay, a twin meme, obviously. Don't shit on the pun. Puns are god tier, or you fucking go. Sure. I mean, I still love you, but let's just say Lux is the more pun-versed between the two of us. I'm not gonna ban them, Spindle. I'm not that petty. I am. I'm not petty. But I liked the meme, so you're not getting banned. Okay. Sure. You're not getting banned. I guess you're safe this time. Alright, and then, yeah, kind of the third thing we've got there is that we would absolutely love to do some collabs with friends, as well as, like, small-scale collabs with just a couple friends, as well as some large-scale collab projects that we'll talk about in a bit. We've got another slide for them. Alright, so here are some of our kind of big stream ideas that we've kind of been hyping up on Twitter a while ago. This first one, it's, as a small streamer, it might not be super viable if we get a bigger audience, or at least even if we know some of our audience is overseas. We would absolutely love to do this, where it's a Let's Learn English stream, where we take Duolingo's English course, and while we go through it, we give tips to people who aren't as confident in English. We give them tips on how to learn English, on what in the Duolingo course sounds a bit mechanical or robotic. There we go. This one was my idea. I am super excited to somehow pull this off, although how I would do it, how anyone would do it, is still a big mystery. But VST3K. So, Mystery Science Theater 3000. What was and is, I think it's still kind of going on as a podcast. It's a fantastic thing where a guy and some robots review old movies. Well, they don't really review them so much as they watch them and shit on them the whole time, which is what we'd like to do with this. But instead of Mystery Science Theater, it's Virtual Science Theater. This is one of the more larger scale collabs we'd absolutely love to do with maybe, I don't know what I really mean by large scale, maybe like 5 to 10 other VTubers. We get them along a nice little line across the bottom of the screen, and then we put on, I don't know if we actually play the film itself on stream. I guess it depends on how old it is. But we could just also do the same kind of watch along that a lot of big streamers do, where we start with the timestamp and have the current time active so the audience can sync up with us. Oh, I'm so excited that other people are liking this idea. I'm so glad you guys are liking this, because let me tell you, I spent a solid 5 minutes thinking of it. He's bluffing for vanity? He spent like a week thinking of how to try to make this work. I mean, okay. You got me. Anyway, one of the streams we really, really wanted to be able to do was the Reddit shitpost review. Shortly after Kiryu Coca from Hololive posts her meme reviews with Hololive members, we wanted to react to their reactions, but rip in peace. And by rip in peace, I mean God's bless? Goddess bless? She's graduating. I think she'll be finally graduated by the end of this month. She was an absolutely fantastic VTuber. She did so much for Hololive, connecting both the Japanese and English branches. Yeah, Mads, can we get an F in the chat for Coco? Yeah, we'd love to do something similar to that. Maybe not this exact same format, because I believe Amelia Watson from Hololive mentioned that she wants to kind of take up that rung and continue doing something. Maybe we'll be able to plan something based off that. And then, so our current plan for all of our streams is to fully feature both of us. For streams where one of us in specific is playing a game, obviously will be more of the focus on that stream. But we're thinking of some potentially interesting streams, and we just kind of did the dynamic duo is now the dynamic uno. Little Oliver and Company reference there. It was that movie, right? I think it was one of those Disney or not Disney animated movies with animals and singing. It had Elton John in it, I think. Anyway, the idea is to do some specifically themed streams with only one of us the whole time. This will allow us to do a lot more focused stuff, a lot more maybe audience participation, since we don't have to both worry about providing entertainment while making sure we're catching up with chat. But that would be kind of super interesting. I think for those kind of streams, we'd be probably... I don't know if we'd be gaming for those streams. I think my initial plan for those sort of things is to do a just chatting kind of stream. Bold of you to assume I watch movies. Yeah, I mean, bold of you to assume that I assume that you watch movies. So in your face, Spindle. Okay, and then our kind of final, like, kind of big goal stream we'd love to be able to do is VD&D. I kind of wanted to call it V&D or V&V, but those, they didn't flow as well. Whereas VD&D, it kind of gets the point across in a nice little succinct title. So the idea, obviously, is a D&D campaign with our friends. We, as some of you might know from Lux's interactions with people on Twitter, we both love, we kind of like breaking the meta, so to speak. So this sort of virtual D&D campaign is something that we've actually got a bunch of stuff already planned for. We're not sure exactly how it would go logistically, but the main idea behind it is you get a bunch of VTubers, you get them to play D&D, and the campaign they're playing is in a futuristic dystopian city where our characters have to make a living by using virtual avatars to make money. Huh? Yeah, so it'd be VTubers playing as D&D characters, playing as VTubers. And we've got another layer of meta we could absolutely fit in there, but I think for now, to simply describe it, that's the best we're gonna get. I think if we were to try to make it any more meta for now, it would get a hell of a lot more complicated, because this final layer would add a fuck ton of shit, including VTubing live while playing D&D, while playing as our VTuber characters, with their own live stream going on. It would be absolute fucking hell, and I'm not sure how we pull off that part, but that is definitely in the tubes, so to speak, in terms of planning. We'd love to make that a part of it, where we've got a live stream within a live stream within a live stream. But anyway, that would be... I mean, it's gonna be hell no matter what. So it's D&D HoloLive anime thing. You know? Kind of. I mean, HoloLive anime thing, that's the HoloLive alternative, and that's where they're kind of, we don't know too much about that yet. We've seen trailers. I'm not sure if they're gonna make an entire animated series of it. But regardless, yeah, no, that does seem super interesting. I didn't base this idea for this campaign off of that. So hopefully if we were to ever actually do this, no one would think that we're copying and trying to piggyback on the fame of others. But I can definitely see how some people might think there's similarities with the whole kind of in-universe meta thing. Alright, moving on to our next slide, and our kind of final slide, where these are some of our kind of big ambitions and goals that we'd love to be able to do. So these are all three things we've briefly mentioned earlier in the stream, the one we've talked about most being the piano stream. But, so the first thing we'd absolutely love to do is get full-body custom 3D models not made in VRoid Studio. This would allow us to get even more inventive and expressive with blend shapes and our avatars. I think we did a pretty good job now. Yeah, we've got a pretty solid lineup now of emotions, emotes. The nice thing is that we don't have to press at keys for any of them. Everything we do and say with our face is tracked directly using an iPhone. Yeah, so the way we've kind of got our stream going on is, as many people are aware, kind of super scuffed. We'd absolutely love to learn Unity and be able to write custom software suited for our purpose alone. That would allow all of our streaming needs and our models to simultaneously work in real time, swapping inputs from one model to another, posing our models, setting that up to work with blend shapes as well. That would be a huge goal of ours, and that's something that's directly inspired by another popular streamer, Miko. I think it's Miko. Anyway, where she basically did everything by herself and wrote all the software that controls her streams by herself, and we'd absolutely love to do something similar to that for our own streams. And then our final kind of goal, and this is the one we did talk about earlier, is we'd love to be able to do piano streams where I play piano, where you can actually see my hands moving in real time. Now, we could probably make it work using Elite Motion, but that would be a bit risky and a bit dangerous, because we'd have to have our entire setup on or near our piano, and we don't want to risk damaging it, so we're going to try to avoid that approach for now. But I've got some potential ideas for how to do it with a MIDI keyboard, where each MIDI input is rigged to a specific hand pose. That would probably be a lot more intensive on the computer than using Elite Motion, but if we can pull it off right, it'll be super rad. Alright, that's our entire debut PowerPoint. I know we got the model reveal of me. Let's kind of get a good show off of Lux going on. And here we go. Alright, so we got our zoom going on. I'm cis, so unlike my sister, who's got that cute little trans flag going, I just got regular shitty Adidas pants. Got my little femboy Hooters Easter egg on my shirt. Got my super thickness going on. Ugh. Yeah. Anyway. Alright. So, Lux, do you think it might be time to show them the model reveal of Vess? I think it might be time to do that. That would be the perfect way to kind of end our stream. Vess she designed her model herself. We didn't make it for her, so it's in a bit of a different style from ours, where we went more for a kind of straight out of a manga kind of look. Vess is a huge fan of Studio Ghibli, and she went for more of a Ghibli-inspired art style, which doesn't turn out too well in Vroid's studio, but she was able to make it work pretty well. Alright, we're gonna focus on me for now, while we get that going on. Alrighty. So... Alright. Let's get Vess in here. Hey, Vess, you ready for the end of our debut? Alright, and I think she's just about ready. Alright, now she's a bit shy. Obviously, streaming is not kind of her thing in the same way that it's Cass and my thing. So just, you know, you probably won't see her live streaming as much as you'll see Cass and I, but it would be fun to bring her out every once in a while, because she has expressed interest in this. Alright, hey everybody, I'm Vess, sort of a host vessel to Cass and Lux. I would have liked to have had like a nice kind of Ghibli background going on for this to kind of match my art style, but I was afraid of potentially copyright stuff. I know, I was just a little nervous. Alright, so let's do a model reveal of me, because I worked really hard on this outfit. I got my nice little bare feet. Got my tights, and then this shirt I designed for myself based on a couple of shirts I've got in real life. We got some nice transparency going in the elbows, got a nice little Celtic knot design. Yeah, so here's my outfit. I hope you all enjoyed it. Yeah, you probably won't be seeing me as much as Cass or Lux. But hopefully the times you do see me, it'll make it all the more worthwhile. Alright, let's go back to Lux while Cass gets her set up back. Yeah, so that was Vess. I hope you're all excited to meet her, as we were excited to finally have the chance to show her off. So, let me get Cass back up here. Alright, and we're back. Super glad we finally got to show off Vess. I'm so glad to see all of you here today. Thank you all so much for appearing and coming to watch our debut. This means so much to us. We're so excited to finally be streaming. We can't wait to finally stream some more. And let's see, any final words, Lux? Oh god, we're gonna fully have to string together all of our streams going up to this point to make it one single video for the debut. That's gonna be hell. Not looking forwards to that. But yeah, no, just like what Cass said, I would love to thank you all just so much that you were here. We were so nervous for this. Obviously, we had some technical difficulties, but you stuck with us, and that's the important thing, and we're super thankful that you did. Yeah, so, without further ado, thank you all for coming to our debut stream. Later today, after this, we'll string together our videos so it'll be one single debut video. And then after that, we'll start working on a schedule to release for this upcoming week, so you know when we'll be streaming. Our initial kind of very rough draft of a schedule is going to be probably 2 times during the week, around 9 or 10 p.m. EST, and then probably just once on the weekends, either in the mornings or afternoons EST, because I know we've got a decent amount of viewers overseas in Europe, so it'll be a much better time for them to watch, at least if they want to watch it live, since, you know, 9 late evening EST here is like, what, 4 in the morning over in London? Anyway, I had a nice goodbye lined up. What was it? Lux, can you go through the notes? Alright, going through the notes. Let's see, where was it? Alright, here we go. Alright, so once again, thank you everybody so much. We look forward to live streaming, and we look forward to seeing you all there while we live stream. May your tomorrow be as great as your greatest yesterday. Thank you so much. Bye, everybody. Bye. See you guys around.